Mohammed is one of our youngest members, professionals, and with this speech, well, I should motivate you guys who are also, mashallah, very young like him. I want to mention one point he made. Go and see your teachers. I like what he just said, mashallah. You go to university, you pay £9,000, and you're not making an appointment with your teacher. Why? If you said, oh, I have no time, say, I don't pay you £9,000, tell me I don't have time. If you said, oh, see my assistant, say, no, you have to take time for me. Even if it's in your break, I'll sit down next to you, I take notes. You need to be hungry, like I said earlier on, you need to be hungry for success. And some of you may never even have a session with your professor or your teacher. You just take your notes and you go home. No, make an appointment with him. MashaAllah, very good point. On this, our next speaker, Adam, he's an accountant, and he was also, mashallah, very young, he's only 23, and he was very successful, mashallah, and he came all the way from London to come and join us and to advise you guys. So, mashallah, listen to his talks, so, Adam, inshallah.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa ala. Firstly, I didn't come from London, that's correct. I came from Leicester, so it's all the same anyway. So. I see people are falling asleep, so I'm going to change up a little bit. I did plan to talk a bit more about myself, but you probably don't care. So I'm going to talk more about the lessons that I've actually picked up along the way, and things that I've actually learned that might be of some benefit to everyone else, things I've told my family, etc. Alright, well, I don't have anything special about my typical Somali. Million siblings, nowhere to study in my house, so it's pretty similar to everyone else, I'm pretty sure. I studied at the University of Leicester, so I studied maths management. I grew up in London, and I do work in London at the moment. Okay. At the moment, I'm working for an accounting firm called PwC. Has anyone heard of them? Okay, a couple of people. Okay, well, they're like the largest accounting firm in the world, and they're number one in the Times of undergraduate employers. So, when I was applying for jobs, I started from the bottom, number 100. I worked my way up. Well, I got rejected by nearly everyone else, but number one decided to employ me. Don't know why. But, yeah. So, apart from that, in terms of background, during my time at university, I felt my first year actually. And at the time, it was quite a difficult time because before that I didn't work that hard, I relied on maybe my natural ability a bit more. And then when I got to my first year of university, because I was used to competing against maybe Mohammed down the road, it wasn't too bad. But then when I got to university, I was competing against people that had private education. Sounds like it's not a joke by any means. And I think when that happened, that was probably the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life, because it helped me change my focus and my way I look at life and my outlook in terms of working hard. And I really changed the way I was and my working habits, and I really didn't put my head down and try and work from there onwards. Next slide, please. So here's some of the lessons that I've actually learned. I think one of the most important things I've learned is focus. Really know what you want in life, where you want to go, and how you actually go to get there. So if you want, for example, to work in a law firm, you know that it's going to be really competitive. So in your second year, you apply for internships. Don't reach the end of university, then think, oh, what do I want to do? I want to study law. But people that are actually getting the better jobs, they were doing internships in the second year. They knew what they wanted to do from college. They applied for the right office in college. So really, you need to really focus and know what you want to do. And that's something I've learned from myself, interestingly enough. Although I studied maths, when I went to college to pick my A-level subjects, I only picked maths because PE was full. So I really wanted to pick PE, and they said it was full, so I said, okay, give me maths. And I changed the whole outlook of my life because I went to study at university. I went on to study accounting as well. And so working as an accountant. Also studying as well. But I didn't really have that focus. I didn't know where I wanted to go. I didn't have that advice that I could ask maybe an older sibling who's been to university or ask anyone else in the community. I didn't know what I was doing. So it was more just stumbled my way across and I found my way here. But I think definitely if you know what you want to do, it's really important. The second thing I think is very important is the same slide. Sorry, there's not much of the slides. Second thing that's really important, as I mentioned before, I briefly touched upon, was work ethic. MashaAllah, in our community we have a lot of talent. We have a lot of people with really good natural abilities. And I'm sure many of you know them and many of you have great natural abilities. But I think one problem we have is work ethic. We don't put in the necessary work in order to get where we want to get to. And I think that's a major problem because you have to remember that your talent is not going to take you everywhere. You have to have a really strong work ethic and instill from a young age and try and really work. Because they say hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard. So the person who works hard is always going to be the talented person. The talented person doesn't put in the necessary hours. So in addition to that, know who you are. We're Muslim, we're Somali, and we're proud of that. We don't have an inferiority complex or think we're less or anything like that. We know who we are, we should be proud of that. And for example, when I graduated last summer, I was applying for a lot of jobs and it's really competitive in my field. And one of my friends, one guy, he said to me, "Oh, maybe you should shave your beard." And I said to him, "Look, if I get a job because I've shaved my beard, or my sister made me take off an HR, or brother etc. shave your beard, then I don't want to work for that company anyway. If I have to change myself to be someone I'm not, then that's not what I want anyway. It's not fair for me. Then I'll leave that." And alhamdulillah, after all of that, all the jobs I applied for, hundreds upon hundreds, and I got possibly the best job I could have wished for when I was finishing university. If I was to pick one job I would have had, it would be the job I've got right now. And I got rejected by a whole lot of jobs that I didn't even want. They're probably companies that are half as good. So I think in terms of know who you are and be patient, you put in the work, then Allah will do the rest. You put your trust in Allah, and then the rest will happen. So you do what's necessary. You don't. There's two extremes. Some people they say tawakkal ala Allah and they sleep and they don't do anything. And then there's other people that say I'm going to do it myself. And that's not the way it is. It's in the middle path. So we do as much as we can, and then tawakkal ala Allah. You tie your company. My fourth point is choose your company wisely, because it's important. Your friend circle really also define who you are. The Prophet ﷺ said, in terms of good companion, he mentioned a good companion is similar to the seller of musk. So even if you don't get something, some musk from him, even when you leave with a positive smell. And a bad friend is similar to a blacksmith. Even when you leave, if you don't leave with a negative, you still leave with a negative smell. So your friends do affect you, and your company do affect you. Try and surround yourself with people that are trying to do better, trying to achieve in the dunya and the akhirah. It's not just one thing, it's both. We should have alul himma. We try and achieve as much as we can actually achieve in both this dunya and the akhirah. My final point, which is not actually on the slide, which I just decided to add in right now, is don't make excuses. We can make 1,000,001 excuses as to why we can't get to where we want to get to, why our coursework's not handed in, why we're not getting the grades we want, we're poor, we don't have anywhere to study with this, with that. There can be 1,000,001 excuses, honestly. And if you look, our parents came from Somalia to give us a better opportunity. I went to Somalia and I saw my cousin, and he worked really hard, but he said, look, he said, wallahi, if I was in England and I had the opportunities that you have, I would be taken. And it's so sad to see when you see Somalia standing on the street corners, not making use of the opportunities we have. We have 1,000,001 opportunities, we just don't realize it. When you go to Somalia, you realize that actually people don't have opportunities. We've got opportunities, we just don't grab it. We don't put in the necessary hours or the time to actually grab those opportunities. And don't make excuses. Just because someone has a better background than you, is richer than you, or has this or has that, it doesn't matter. Honestly, we don't make excuses. We only care. No employer, honestly, the real harsh reality is, employers don't care about your excuses. They're not going to say, okay, well, this person's from a poor background, then I'll accommodate for them because they didn't achieve this A or this or that. And I think that's my last point, so I end it there, inshallah.